let's go to the Skull Moon base. Here's the Skull Moon base. Here's Rubina. And she's about to leave and go meet with Mr. Fleet. And she's heard he's coming here. And King Vega tells her that they won't, that we won't find the Skull Moon base. Not while it remains under its camouflage shield. And she says, yeah, that's why I want to go out and meet him, because he won't find me here. And King Vega gets annoyed, and he says, the Duke's their enemy. And she said, only because we blew up Planet Fleet, and the same applies to the Earthlings. They're only fighting back because friggin' King Dipshire attacked. And Rubina is like, please, call it all off. And King Vega says that with their homeworld gone, taking over Earth is the only option. And Rubina disagrees. Planet Fleet is recovering after being contaminated with Vegatron radiation. She saw it with her own eyes, and she came here to tell Duke that. But King Vega is not backing down on this one, and he's hell-bent on conquering Earth. And he's going to add its forces to his own, and then he'll take over the entire galaxy. And he says that Planet Fleet means nothing to him. And then Rubina's like, yeah, well, Dad, I'm going to do what's right. And she runs off. And then King Vega's like, oh, Rubina, my own daughter doesn't understand me. And then Zora comes in, and he says, the other planets under Vegan rule are rebelling, one after the other. And then King Vega tells him not to bother him with trivialities. He's to put down the rebellion with military force as usual, and execute those responsible. And then Zoro says, but with so many of our forces concentrated on Earth, that will take a real long time, it'll be really difficult. And all because of this stupid planet and how difficult it is to conquer. But King Vega says that that's a more serious matter. And his daughter is even more serious than that. And he tells her how she's left to meet with Duke. And she orders Zoro to go bring her back. And as for the rebellions, King Vega will personally suppress them after Earth is his. Rubina is obviously the priority now, and Zoro promises to get her back, no matter the cost. And here's our Jokers. And now we just get now we get a great Mazinger. And have a little chat about it here. Yeah, and here's Chibody saying the great. So because we got the MP Great before for boss, and then Tetsuya's got all the kills, we now have a custom mass-produced Great that's all painted black, and Chibody dubs it the Black Great because he look at him. Sai she thinks it's cool. It makes it like a special edition kind of thing, and while it doesn't have a Scrander, Jun sees that its offensive capabilities are equal to the originals. Marie asks Tetsuya if she could pilot it, and he sees no problem with that, provided she can actually handle it. And he says the Great was a Mazinger built to fight the Myconate, so even a mass-produced model will require plenty of resilience and skill from the pilot. And Sai laughs at Tetsuya, talking himself up like a big man. And Allenby's like, that, no problem. Everyone's entitled to be proud of strength earned with training. And Tetsuya's attention is diverted as he agrees with that, as Boss is like, yo! Huh? Check this out. He's like, Boss, what have you painted on the Great? What have you done? And the Boss says that he's painted the kanji for original onto the Great Mazinger's crotch. So everybody knows which one's the real one. And then, because, you know, we're bound to run into more mass-produced ones when we fight the Vegans, because that's where they made them, right? So this way we'll know which one's the real one and which one's not. And Tetsuya is obviously gobsmacked at this. And Michi says, yeah, I told you we should have painted number 1 on it. And Nikkei disagrees and says they should have gone with Shin, because Shin Great Mazinger sounds way stronger. And Tetsuya's like, Boss, Kisama. And then Koji's like, hey, you guys should just run now. But Maria thinks they had a good idea, and she figures they should prepare for any eventuality. And I said, see if she could tie a ribbon on the Great. And Tetsuya just continues to make that face, and Akira is like, take that as a no. But Koji's like, anyway, nice guy. You're looking a bit quiet. And Maria and Hikaru prod him, and Though his sister sighs, though he's like, yeah, Nissan. He's 1,000 miles away. Rain says he's not looking too good and he should rest until we reach the moon. And he agrees and just walks off. George figures it's understandable that he's on edge because he's on his verge of having a showdown with the group that wrecked his planet. And Mr. Golsky agrees, but points out that him getting too overeager can be dangerous. So Hikaru's gonna go after him. And Domon requests that Maria stay here rather than accompanying her. And she's like, why not? Am I not allowed to worry about my own brother? And then Domon's like, yeah, it's... And Maria gets all up in his face and he's like, that's... And then Koji comes in and says, hey, Maria, can you help me run maintenance on the MP Great? She's like, yeah, sure, I guess. And then Hikaru... There you go. Hikaru quietly thanks Domon and Koji and then leaves. And then Rain gives Domon a pat on the back for being so unusually sensitive. And he's like, no, I just thought it would be good for Hikaru to have a heart-to-heart with Daisuke before the big battle. And then Rain says you don't need to worry about making such transparent excuses. And then Allenby and George are impressed that Domon's grown so much that he's developed some romantic insight. And then Domon's like, oh, well, that's because of Rain. But no, he mostly just tells him to shut up and leave him alone. He's like, quit it! I haven't grown at all. I'm still a little shitty baby man. Fight me. But Daisuke is worried about the big thing and he's mumbling to himself. And soon we'll reach the moon where King Vega awaits. And it's his duty as Duke Flea to end that demon's life and get revenge for his parents in his homeworld. And then Kyril walks over. And he says he was just passing by and he's apologizes for interrupting Daisuke's train of thought. How man, he did. And, but, because he's here, he's going to give Duke, not Daisuke, Duke, a talking to. And despite his blind eyes, he can easily see the anger and hatred welling inside his heart. And he says that these emotions can grant strength, but even if one's adversary is defeated, they cannot make one a true victor. And Duke is like, oh, hey, hold up. He says, King Vega deserves even more hatred than he can muster, and defeating him is all that he can think of. And then Kyril says, well, what will bring peace back to your heart? While anger and hatred may grant strength, they keep you bound to the past. A true victor must have his eyes set on the future that lies beyond them. And he continues and he says that when the light faded from his eyes, he hated life, the world, and other people from the depths of his being. And guided by that hatred, he travelled the path of darkness, and earned the name of Kyril, the Grim Reaper. A brutal monster assassinated under the Gundam fighters before their fights happened. And Duke is like, what the heck? You just used to be like that? And Kyril says that he found a new light when he fought Domon. The bonds that bind people together, and the hope for the future. And he knows there's no way to atone for all the wrongs he's committed, but he chose to live with his shame and do what he can for the future, instead of pay for it with his death. And so he tells Duke to treat all of this as nothing more than the idle ramblings of an old man as he starts to walk away. Shinigami no. Yeah. And then he walks off. And then Daisuke is like, no, I will ponder these words. You are a very honest man. Yeah. And then Kyril says, you're a very honest man, then mold them to your heart's content. I'm certain the light will come once you're done. And do remember that amid your doubt and anguish, you still have friends and comrades. And then that's when he leaves. And Daisuke's like, wow, what could lie beyond anger and hatred? And then Hikaru comes in. He's like, it's love you, big dummy. No, she comes in and she can tell that he's thinking about the fight. And she asks, what are you going to do when this is over? Because he won't have to pilot the Grendizer anymore, right? And he hadn't given it much thought, but he figures he'll continue to help his adopted father and working at Danbei's ranch. I forgot that Danbei exists. He's a weird looking fella, isn't he? But Hikaru thinks that suits him, and Daisuke muses that after all this whole fight is about enabling everyone to stop fighting. And he thanks her for reminding him of this fact and asks her what she plans to do. And so she thinks for a moment, and she says she wants to do whatever Duke wants to do. Always by his side. And he's like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. And he's eager to see the day where she doesn't have to risk her life in fighting anymore, and they can go through back to enjoying their time working with the horses. But unfortunately, alarms. It's like, dang it, did the Vegans intercept us before we reached the moon? Time to get there and beat them all up. Chapter 49, A Single Flower and the Green Planet. And there's a single midi-fu here. And there's a red boat, and it's like, whoa, what the heck? Is it a scout or a trap? Duke deploys, and he says that he always takes care of this. And so like, but he's like, yeah, I know we don't know what the enemy's up to, but the space should have no problem with superior mobility in the void of space. And Kyle tells Koji not to worry, because Duke has shed his indecision. Dolman asked Kyle if he gave him some advice, and he said, nope, I merely rambled. And it was Hikaru who showed him the way. And she's like, shit. And then Boss and Saka are like, wow, that's true love. And then Koji's like, you know what, I'm glad that Duke's doing alright. Now get up on the midi-fu. And it's Rubina, and she recognizes the Grandizer. Duke opens the comm and yells, Vegan soldier, tell me what's up. And depending on the answer, he will open fire. And then Rabuna's like, he's like, oh, yeah, it's like, it's me, quit it. He's like, who's that voice? He's like, it's me, it's Rubina, princess, Vegan princess, yeah, daughter, yeah, princess of the Vegan Empire, Rubina. He's like, Rubina, is it truly you? He's like, yep, I've come alone to meet up with you. And Koji and Maria see the Duke's that Duke guy, what's he talking about? And they can't get into the conversation though. Rubina tells Duke that she doesn't want to fight, but she has something important to tell him, and asks him to follow her. She goes to the little satellite, and Duke is, Duke sees in her willingness to expose her back to him as a show of good faith, and then Koji and Maria are like, where the hell are you going? And who was in the midi-fu? And he says it was Rubina. And Maria recognizes, with the Vegan princess, Rubina here, mate. Wow. It's like, whoa, you mean that's the daughter of King Vega? And then Duke says sorry, but he's got to go after her. Koji wants to, he's like, why? And Koji says, tell us, or at least explain what the deal with Rubina is. And he says, had the war with Planet Vega not broken out, it's likely that two of us would have. And he obviously doesn't need to finish because Hikaru gets it. But Duke trusts Rubina enough to follow her to the satellite, and then he goes. And Tetsuya sees a good opportunity for us. If we can capture the Vegan princess, we can find out where the enemy base is. And Boss likes that. They might even be able to force King Vega to call it quits. But Hikaru's like, no way, quit it. And she says, Daisuke trusts that woman, so we should trust him accordingly. And Koji agrees and say we should just wait here, just chill out. And Tetsuya won't push it anymore, but Saka asks Hikaru if she's okay with this. And she says it is, if it's Daisuke's choice. And then, Duke. Oh, Duke, I've so wanted to see you again. Hold up a second. First, have you any proof that you're actually Rubina? Huh? During my stay at Planet Fleet, you once took me out aboard your rowboat. Do you remember? During that time, you said I was as beautiful as a red flower. I remember. Back then, my father wanted you to take me as your bride. You didn't say anything against it, so I imagined you were open to the idea. I'm afraid to say, the Duke fleet of those days is long gone. Huh? The man that stands before you is your enemy. No, Duke, I don't think of you as an enemy at all. Still, that doesn't change the fact that it was the Vegan Empire that murdered my parents. I admit that I don't know what I should do face that. I can only beg your forgiveness. Moreover, Planet Fleet was forever scarred by the waves of Vegatron radiation. Your people reduced it to a dead world. And no, maybe it was by chance, but Planet Fleet was not wholly devastated. What? Nandato? I went and made sure of it with my own eyes en route to Earth. Take a look at this picture. It's true, the eerie glow of Vegatron radiation that enveloped the planet is fading. And with the radiation weakening, life is slowly returning to Planet Fleet. Life is returning to Planet Fleet. Yes, so please, Duke, stop fighting and return with me to Planet Fleet. If this conflict continues, it'll only lead to the destruction of both the Vegan army and Earth. Only by joining hands can we force my father. Can we force King Vega to stop his offensive? But there are already rebellions breaking out across many of the Vegan Empire's conquered planets. It's only a matter of time before the Empire itself falls apart, so I don't want this pointless battle to continue. Please, for the sake of peace across the universe, come with me to Planet Fleet. Rubina, let's... And then, your time has come, Duke Fleed. Fucking Raygun Zappo. Zuril. You're... Chief Zuril! I'm here to claim your head, Duke. Damn it, this was a trap. No, it wasn't, Duke. I didn't know Zuril was also here. Ugh, how could you betray me like that? I was a fool for trusting you. I don't know, Duke. Maybe she's telling the truth. I can't believe this is the time when we decide not to let every bad dude on our team. No, you're wrong. I'll help you, Duke. Step aside, Princess. Die, Duke Fleed. Watch out! Zap. Gah! Rubina! What? Shielded him with her own body? Zuril. Kisama. I've shot the king's daughter. Duke Fleed, this is your fault. Yours! He runs off. Rubina! You're safe, thank goodness. Don't try to speak, Rubina. We've got to close the wound. Duke, the Skull Moon base is on the dark side of the moon. Point 0314. Why are you... I wanted you to trust me. I do, I wouldn't be here if I didn't. Thank you. Stay strong, Rubina. Duke, I have a favour to ask. A favour to ask. Once Planet Fleet is verdant once more, I'd like you to name the first red flower that blooms. Rubina. A red flower? Nakayana. Yes, that flower will be me, and I'll bloom and return to you every spring. No, you can't die like this, you can't! Let's get back to Planet Fleet together! Please! Duke, I won't die. I'll always be by your side. As that red flower. Rubina! Rubina! Ah! Rubina! And he's extremely upset that that lady is fucking dead. He's not a fish, man. He's got big bat wings. And he's... so he's thinking this is taking too long. And Sai thinks that Duke and Rubina are going at it inside, having a big old fight. And then Alvy's like, shut the fuck up, dipshit. How about you show some consideration for Hikaru? And he's like, oh, jeez. And Hikaru's like, no, it's fine. Rubina is Duke's old fiancée. They probably are fucking. But whatever's going on in there, Koji's worried. Duke should have sent him a call or something. And then Zoril's big Mother Burn shows up. Right next to the satellite. George figures the UFO camouflaged itself with a special bullshit shield. And away he goes. Like, wow. Shit! Fucking Chivity. Screenshotting this fuck out of that. That's a good screenshot. Shit. Has everybody seen Pop Team Epic, where the voice is this guy, and Diazan, and Dan, no, and Tap, and Beck, and you know, fucking everybody is the voice of one of those guys, one of those little girls. It's good. Yeah, he said, I think we've had it once where he says shit, but it's really good. But yeah, off it goes. Duke comes back and he's fine. Maria asks her brother what happened, and he goes, Rubina's fucking dead. She died. He goes, she protects me from Zuril's attack. And he doesn't, he's not going to wait for us. Off he goes. And he says, I'll make them pay. The Vegan Empire, these demons of space, will pay for this. Off he goes. And then, Tetsuya's like, wow, he just wants to fight all by himself, huh? And Nakara can see how crazy that is. Even the Grendizer will get destroyed against the entire military might of the Empire. But no one can see that Duke's heart is overflowing with anger and hatred, and it will lead to his death. And Koji's like, not if we can help it. Follow the goddamn Grendizer, you jokers. And then we do. So we go to the moon. So back at the Skull Moon base, Zor-El tells the king that Ruben is dead, and it's all Duke Fleet's fault. And King Vega is absolutely heartbroken because he loved that lady. And she was supposed to inherit his crown and rule the Vegan Empire with Earth as their new home. Why did she have to leave him all alone? And then Gandalf says that they're detecting a unit on approach. And it's the Grendizer. Duke Fleet's here. And Gandalf, oh no, damn you. Yatsume. Yeah, he doesn't know how he found the place. How did he find the Skull Moon base? And Zoro says it's their chance to get revenge. And King Vega allows it. If Zoro can destroy the Grendizer, he'll forgive him for not bringing Rubina back. But he better return victorious, or not at all. And as everyone deploys... Ah, they're bringing out the horrid monkeys again. I believe episode 2 would air tonight. I believe it airs the day after Jujito, which is yesterday. So Duke is yelling he's going to kill them all. Zoro laughs at Duke for thinking he can take them on by himself, and Duke tells him, shut up, Damare Zoro! He's going to kill King Vega even if it costs him his life. And all that he's fought with the Grendizer has been for this moment. So King Vega tells Zoro to go, and Duke thinks of Rubina. He says, you sacrificed your life to tell me of Planet Fleet's rebirth, but I fear I may not be able to see it happen. I cannot help myself. I'll let Fury guide my hand, and if it'll help me destroy these demons of the Vegan Empire. Now we just gotta go. At least they haven't sent out the horridest little monkey. Only this one and then the big horrid monkey. Screw Crusher Punch! Fight me, fucko. Hand of beam. And Duke Fleet, it's your fault the Princess Rubina is dead. I won't deny it. I might as well have pulled that trigger myself. And that is why I swore to her soul that I'll bring peace back to the universe. Alright, Duke, I mean, you're a good boy, so you can just say, no, it was you actually, dipshit. But I guess that's part of why you're a good boy, huh? Had to remove the jumper. Ugh, it's too toasty. What if you did the free move? Yeah, the high grade Neo Zeon is big. It's 144th as large as the actual Neo Zeon, where it's real. And they're doing an MG Deep Striker, which is ridiculous, because why does the RE100 line exist? Let's go. Fall.
地獄の底に送り込んでやるぞ。フィード製の守護神にそんなものが通用すると思うな。守り抜いてみせる。
That attack is trash. Oh, that is the big one game. Oh. Thank you, Mr. Fleet. Bing, 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 bing. So it should be only the big boys left. Used to have the last that guy's shields. And then it's us. Okay, well, I mean, main pilot. There's the black grate. So we should upgrade the black grate, shouldn't we? Black grate. Better level up the right one. I believe I just want loads of energy for maximum big boy moves. So we've got, yeah, I should put one of the girls in the thing. and this will be the energies reduction because the moves are expensive. Yes, we got Great Mazanga original. So much juice. So much juice. Space armor, Guren. Yeah, and Minovsky craft. Okay, and then Jun is like actually good at fighting. But Saka's got the good spells. And like I guess Hikaru could go in it, but you know. Let's compare the two. So there's Jun, who's actually tough and good at fighting. Yeah, she's also level, but I mean Saka's level 28, so you know. She's got the support, defend, and the guard. She's got the useful spells. And Jun has also got the useful spells. Hers are even slightly cheaper, but she's more fighty. Let's do Jun. Boss great. Well, boss is already in the one, so it's not clearly at all. We've already done it. So we'll do Jun. Because I'm pretty sure that lady doesn't have the thing anyway. I mean, she's a lot closer to it than Jun is. Actually, she's not. Jun's like almost fucking there, so yeah, we'll do it with Jun. Okay, and we get 15, okay, so I could put Maria in actually, couldn't I? Because I'm not deploying her in the Spacer. She's even ready to fucking go. Sorry, I'm not gonna put you in the boss bar, right? That's crawl out unusual. Okay, so Mazanga, Great Original, Black Great, Mass-produced Great for ID. Bolt, no bell. And then Saka in the TFO. No, Hikaru in the TFO. Nice. Magnate Tenor here. Black hero. Goddamn idiot Duke Fleet. Koji. He's right, you are an idiot, brother. No baka. Cut this out right now, Duke Fleet. Open your eyes, Duke. Maria. Everyone. Where do you get off pulling something like this? You trying to get yourself killed? I get how you're feeling, okay? We're supposed to be friends. How could you go and ditch us like that? Didn't we swear that we'd keep on fighting together until either peace returned or we died? Koji's right. Your anger is our anger, and your battle is everyone's battle. And then Akira, you're not doing any of this alone, and you can't forget that. We know you aren't some detached avenger. Rather, you're a fellow warrior who shares in our love for peace. Everyone. Daisuke, you didn't fight all this time just to get yourself killed. You said it was to bring an end to all this violence, right? You have to remember that. And then Maria, right, and if you die, I don't want to be all alone again. Mikuru, Maria. You're everyone's friend, so let's take them on together, Duke Fleet. We all banded together as a team because we wanted to protect that beautiful blue planet, right? Sorry, my friends, forgive me. I've lost sight of what's important again. I am the Prince of Planet Fleet, but right now I am Duke Fleet of Magnate 10. Daisuke? Absolutely. You not stand here by your lonesome. You've got all your comrades in arms by your side. And friends that want you to be well. Then I ask you that you lend me a hand. King Vega is inside that base. Of course we'll give you a hand. Put you on. Yeah, put you on that. We're not going to ignore some guy that insists on attacking Earth and wrecking peace around space. Come, Vegans, the wishes of my parents, Moors, Rubina, and the people of Planet Fleet, and all those who hope for peace are with me, and it is with them that I'll fight. In the name of every single person on Earth and across space, and of a single red flower. Go on, Lord, curse you, Duke Fleet. Your spiel is making me sick. Gandalf, get out there as well and bring me his head. Yes, Your Majesty. And off he goes in his shitty robot. Oh, and there's the horrid little monkey. Fuck. See, I knew they were going to send some other fake greats our way. So as your graffiti wasn't a waste. Come, Duke Fleet, by my pride as commander of the Vegan army, I'll rend you all to pieces. Our main targets are Zoriel and Gandalf, everyone. Take them down and we force King Vega out of his hole. Aye, aye, let's get crazy. And then we're going to beat them all up. Is everybody mad? No one's mad. Everyone's mad about Hokushin. And no one's mad about these jokers. Dun, 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 dun. Drill the pressure punch. Dun, dun, dun. Get him, boss. Get him. Nagata. Yeah, here's the original boy. Here's the original boy. And yeah, like I thought, the Black Greats drill pressure punches range 1 to 5 instead of 2 to 5. So it's good. This is bullshit. Double lightning buster. Yeah, it's not really there, it's bullshit. It should have somebody on it. A generic guy with all the good moves. Hey, Typhoon! Dwarf! upon thine horse. Black Joker. Cheating piece of shit. Can't believe that guy can't get rowdy. Back kick. Gotcha! You're mine! I'm gonna kick you into fucking hell. Fall into hell, bad man. Beam ribbon. This is the end. Appears. Beam ribbon. You're right, Optimus Primal. Chill out. Fail on flag. Here we go. I saw it. I peeped it. Predicted. Nerd. Getting with the Vulcans. Nice work. I wish George had hit away. Or could go fast enough to ever actually stab a man with his shitty sword. Graviton Hammer. Burning a punch.
Come on, baby!
Come on, baby!
Yay! Burning punch! Shoot!
命を捨てにわざわざ自分から出向いてきたか。いくら逃げ回っても同じことだ。
このフットワークにはついてこれねえか。
Alpha. Alright.
こいつ
連動光線おっとアルファライまだまだだ
Useless. It's useless.
さっさと打ち返せ
危なかったぜ
That guy in Super Robot Wars 3. His name's then gonna get fucked. No, I don't know. So you've been hiding this huge base right under our noses? No, wait. He should be yelling Tetsuya Tsurugi first. No, you should be yelling Koji Kabuto, because this is Koji. Koji Kabuto? Now that I think about it, you've always been a persistent thorn in our side. Darn tootin', I'll never turn a blind eye to evil. That's the Coda, Koji Kabuto. I'll also never die in lava. Koji Kabuto will never die. The Mazinger movie's getting a limited release in America if people are into that. Get him, Maria. Not Maria. Hikaru, the other one. Missed that one. Launching. Zero's the thing about time MX is I don't like it wouldn't fit at all though. Oh yeah, real mature Zoro, you piece of fucking garbage. Get space thundered. Big head fucker. Oh, and here's Gandalf's pile of garbage. Grendizer! He's Gura Gura. Yeah, the time has finally come for us to face one another, Grendizer. On guard! I will not falter you, Commander Gandalf. Rather, I'll defeat you and force King Vega to show himself. Impudence! Behold the might of the strongest Vegan beast! You haven't even brought your fucking Lady Gandalf out. Open your face and let out the little one.